there they are. So if you look at the boulders there, great cover for fish, great structure, and here are the fish on there. They're strong marks, they're probably right underneath the cone angle. They're probably game fish. My guess is bass, but I guess the really only way to know is to drop a camera down there. So I think we're gonna do that. I'm gonna drop a camera down there and just let you see what that is, because sometimes you see marks underneath your boat, you don't know what they are. Small marks typically off to the side, or it might be bait fish, but a strong mark with good red in the middle like that, man, that is exactly what we're looking for. So let's confirm that. We'll give you the whole truth right here. So looking at them on sonar and on down imaging, there's nothing like being able to look at it on the camera to give you the confidence of what I'm seeing is a bass. And that's what bass look like on sonar, and that's what they look like on a down image. We've got the boat spot locked, so we're staying right above the structure, not going anywhere left or right. That's why those fish marks are kind of lines underneath you. They never really leave the cone angle of your sonar. And oh, by the way, that's where they look like. So if you ever wondered what a bass looks like on chirp sonar, that's exactly what it looks like. Look up on that. Man, that is a serious school of bass. That is sick. That is sick. Oh my gosh. And if you look here on the sonar, you can see the hard bottom and it's red and there's a line. I'm gonna touch that pane and dial in the sensitivity a little bit. Okay, I backed off and now you can see I got a really good red line on the bottom, and now I can see really good marks of the bass underneath there, and I look, there's no mistaking it. But it's nice to be able to know that you're looking at fish and be able to check and see how much, if you back off your sensitivity, I can even make those fish go away almost. You know, they're right around the cone angle. So that's as weak as I can. I've got the sensitivity on like 1. So now I'm gonna crank it up. I just touch that pane, turn the dial. And the nice part about this exercise is you don't always have the right number of sensitivity on any one of these settings. And I hate to say that you gotta tune it in, but you have to. The nice part about it is, whenever you know that you're on fish and you get a good mark like that, just back it off a little bit and play with your sensitivity. And you can see right there where that mark now shows up. That is a bass right there. Okay, it's weak right there. I'm gonna dial it back up. If you look down there, sensitivity is at about 9. And there it is. So I'm gonna crank it up a little bit more, increase some of the reds, and now there's no mistaking that fish was really close to the bottom. There they are. And you can tell it is a big solid mark, and it's probably a game fish when you look on the sonar. Obviously we're looking at the aqua view and it's clear that those are bass. But sometimes you don't always know, and you'll see a smaller mark. Generally speaking, you'll find, you know, smaller fish are either outside of the cone angle, but oftentimes they're smaller marks and they're just bait fish. But when you get a strong red return underneath your cone angle, it probably is a game fish. And in this case, it is definitely a bass. And once you make that correlation, if you're looking for fish that are bigger or different body shape, you can make a mental adjustment of what your sonar really should look like. But the important part is, I have a point of reference. I know those are bass. They're probably 2, 3, 4 pounds. I don't know what they are. And I can look on the sonar and see exactly what those marks look like. It just helps you put it all together.